Let's take a look at how to add Tailwind to an Angular project. Luckily, there are schematics available to simplify this process. Simply run ng-add ng-neat/tailwind. If you do not have the Angular CLI installed globally, simply prefix this with npm run or yarn. This will now install the schematic and prompt us with a few questions. First, we need to choose if we want to enable dark mode. We have several options: none, which won't apply it; class, which will apply a class to the body element to determine if dark mode should be applied; and finally media, which will use the system preferences. I will choose class. Next, we need to decide whether we want to allow Tailwind directives and functions to be used inside component styles. This includes things like the apply directive. As noted, this may slow down your build time slightly, so I'm going to skip it for now. Next, we need to choose if we want any additional Tailwind plugins to be enabled. For example, forms, typography, line clamping. I'm going to enable typography, and you can see that package gets added. Next, it's going to install all the dependencies that we need. We can check the changes that have been made to our application. We can see a number of files have been changed, including the workspace file, which has updated the builders to use a custom Webpack configuration. Package.json has also been updated to include any dependencies we require. A Tailwind configuration file has also been created so we can customize the appearance of our application. A basic Webpack configuration file has also been added to add support for Post CSS, which Tailwind requires. You can also see in index.html that the dark class has been added to our body tag because we chose to enable dark mode via the class option. Lastly, our style sheet has been updated to include the basic Tailwind imports. This will allow us to start using Tailwind utilities within our application. If we go to our app component, we can now start writing our HTML using Tailwind utility classes. If we head to our browser, we can see the buttons we just created. These schematics also work in an NX workspace. If we check out the repository for the schematic, it has a section on usage within an NX workspace. For the most part, the steps are identical to what I've shown you already. For more information on Tailwind, head over to tailwindcss.com and check out their great documentation site on all their utility classes. If you're looking for some UI inspiration, head over to tailwindui.com where you can find a massive list of components and layouts created by the Tailwind team, many of which are free.